Hey everybody, welcome to this live edition of the Sewing Report. Again, for another week, we are in my bedroom. Yes, the lair where everything happens or doesn't happen. And this is a live edition of the Sewing Report. I'm Jennifer Moore, helping you discover your love of sewing. I do weekly videos. It can be anything from like a tutorial to product reviews, unboxings, some fun, humorous videos just for fun for the sewing community. And every Sunday, I do a live show at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and you're welcome to join me anytime. And I want this to be a place where we can talk about issues that affect the sewing community, fun stuff I see around the internet, and all kinds of other stuff I'm loving, stuff I think is kind of weird, like all those crazy men's fashion trends. So I'm actually just going to log in real quick just so I can see some of your comments easier. I've got my computer screen directly behind this camera, so hopefully I should be able to see the comments without my eyes like going all over the place, which kind of drives me crazy when I'm watching videos, and I don't really want to do it to you guys. So again, we're in my bedroom, and we've been doing some shooting. We're shooting some videos. We're shooting some how-to videos for sewing machines. So that's what we're up to this weekend. Hopefully you're getting some sewing done. That would be awesome. And I'm actually just going to look for this live stream so I can see the comments more in one place. And the title should say it all. We are going to be talking about some patterns that I'm liking, and again, yet another crazy fashion trend. You thought it couldn't get any worse than the romp him. Apparently it can, because now there's all these articles and photos of dudes wearing pastel-colored lacy shorts, which is beyond me. Also, I don't really see the purpose since they're see-through. So the guys are still wearing like tighty-whities under the shorts. And I think the purpose of shorts is so that you don't have to wear others, so that people can't see under them. So I feel like that's a little strange. Hello, Doherty. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I appreciate you joining us for another live edition. And I'm going to be moderating the comments. So if you have a comment, feel free to leave it here, or you can comment after it's over. And you can also feel free to let me know where you're coming from. Hello, Kate. Welcome. So yeah, we're just gonna chat about what's happening this week. So in the description box, I'm gonna try to link everything I talk about. So I've linked to some really cool articles I found this week about sewing in the news, which is something, as you know, sewing doesn't get a lot of coverage on main websites, like big websites. So whenever I see an article about sewing or a video or somebody doing a story about it, I get kind of excited. Or even when they mention sewing in on a TV show or whatnot. Oh, and there's one thing I do want to talk about that I forgot to link, but last night I started watching that show called GIRLBOSS on Netflix, and it's sort of loosely based on this woman named Sophia Amoruso, who founded this company called Nasty Gal in 2006. And she seems to do a little sewing on the show. There's a sewing machine in several episodes in the back. And what this woman does, and she's a real person, but the weird thing is that this company actually went bankrupt after the Netflix show was announced, is that she takes vintage clothes, she buys them cheap, and then she sort of flips the clothes. So she styles them to make them look cool in all of her eBay listings, and sometimes alters them. Like she'll take pants and turn them into shorts, and she'll take dresses and make them look a little more modern. So she was definitely one of the four people of the refashioning or the repurposing, and she made a lot of money doing it. So I think it's interesting to see a show that does focus around the fashion industry and about someone who does actually do these refashions, which is kind of neat. So yeah, I've linked to some articles I found. Also, if you didn't check out my last video, one of my last videos, we did a review of the super scissors, which are these scissors that are claimed to be indestructible and, really, really cool. And you can actually win a pair of these scissors up until June 9th. That's the cutoff date. So if you haven't gone to check out that video yet, if you leave me a comment with your horrible scissor disaster story, or if you have a funny story about scissors, you can have a chance to win a pair of these scissors. And I will say they did live up to the name. So my review, I definitely give them an A. because these scissors cut through something called Lexan, which is pretty crazy. Hello, Champagne Twist. I am doing well this Sunday. I'm a little sad, though. The prom mug that I normally have, I don't know where it is. So instead I have this, more boring glass. I think this is from IKEA. I do have a fun straw, though. So we got some generic Diet Cola in here. And we just shot a video for Sewing Report, and we're going to be shooting another one after we do this show. So I just wanted to check in, see how everyone's doing, and talk about some stuff that's been happening. So so I've linked to a few articles I found in the just online about sewing, and Champagne Twist. Yes, the straw is fun, and the mug, it's somewhere. It's not like I took it out of the house or something. I just it's somewhere. I just don't know where. I was trying to find it before the show, but then I was going to be really late to this, so I didn't want to do that. And thank you everybody for joining us. And if you have anything you'd like to say, feel free to leave it in the comments. Also, you can comment after the show is over as well. Just with anything you think is important this week. Earlier this week, Craftsy was having a really great Memorial Day weekend sale. So they had some classes for $10. And I happened to pick up a class called Sewing Swimsuits, the supportive one piece with Beverly Johnson. That was only $10, and I am interested in making a swimsuit. I have a hard time finding swimsuits. I'm not really into the bikini look, but usually the one-piece swimsuits I find don't have any support in the chest area, which is problematic for me. Because I do like to have a swimsuit with a little bit of padding there. Just more for modesty reasons than anything else. So I picked that up, and I tried to watch it a few times in a row at night, and I fell asleep. So there's that. That happens to me a lot. I'll have my Craftsy class on as I'm going to sleep, and then I never end up watching the end or even getting through most of it because I just fall asleep. So I really need to dedicate some more time to trying to watch some of the Craftsy classes that I think I moved the camera, that I already have. Just because I just never end up watching all of them. I also got a few other classes, like I got one on making your bodice with Susie Furrer, I think. So I've linked to the swimsuit class. That is no longer on sale, but as you know, Craftsy has sales all the time, so I'm sure it will be on sale again. But we totally need to talk about these crazy men's fashion trends. I don't know what's happening, but in the past few weeks there's just been so much craziness with that. First, there was the romper for guys, and I also found some other article in Esquire that they had 5 guys try out different rompers. Yes, there are and I shared this link on Sewing Report's Facebook page. So if you follow me on Facebook, I like to share a lot of crazy articles I find that have anything to do with sewing. So I like to do that there. And Esquire had 5 random dudes try out different styles of rompers. Yes, there are at least 5 options for buying men's rompers if you're interested. And they took some real zany photo shoot photos in Central Park or something to really get in the train. So everyone's really getting on this rompers for men train, and I find this very bizarre. But this week, the whole thing was lace shorts for men. And if you haven't seen it, I linked to a couple articles. If you have not seen it, be prepared to be kind of horrified, because these shorts I don't think would look good on anybody, whether you're a guy or a girl. They're completely see-through, pastel. They're kind of like Bermuda length shorts. And the guys in the photographs wearing these shorts are, they're wearing tighty-whities underneath. So you really get an eyeful of a lot of stuff that maybe you don't want to see. So just a warning there that there's a lot going on in these photos. But have you seen these lace shorts? What do you think of this? And what is going on with all of these? It seems like different people are trying to one-up the men's fashion trends so they can be the craziest new fashion trends. Sort of like how the unicorn trend is with food, like unicorn cupcakes, unicorn birthday cakes, unicorn cake pops, unicorn toast. Everyone's trying to get on the train just because it's fad. And I'm not really sure if I like all of these men's fashion trends. James is not at all interested in either of these, just for the record. He is not interested in a romper for guys, and he's definitely not interested in these lace shorts for men. Now, I like lace. I have nothing against lace. I wear it myself, and I'm interested in working with lace more. But as far as like shorts for guys made of lace, I don't know. And if they were shorts for me, they definitely wouldn't be see-through. They would have some sort of lining. But I would be more interested in making like a lace dress or like a lace skirt or something. I don't know. Have you seen this? What do you think? Let me know if you think this is weird. And why does it seem like every week there is a new weird thing for men's fashion? That's what I want to know. The other thing I wanted to share with you is that this week, or like Memorial Day, all kinds of crazy sales. The McCall's website was having a really good sale. I'm not someone that typically goes to the craft store or the fabric store a lot. I mostly shop online. So McCall's was having a really good sale. All of the Vogue patterns were $4.99. The Butterick patterns were like $1.90. Like they were all like really deeply discounted. The sale is over, but hopefully they'll have another sale like that because I picked up some really cool patterns. This one, and also I've noticed with McCall's, they have some sort of club you can join. So if you pay like $9.99 a year, you can get an even deeper discount on all of the patterns, which I think is great for like a loyalty program. Last year I was in the Tandy Leather, like I think I was a gold member or something, or a silver member. And I've noticed they really give much better prices if you pay a yearly fee to join the club, which I think is really, the Tandy Leather one, that membership was pricier. I think that was like $30 or $40 a year or something. It was kind of expensive, but the price breaks were really quite good. So if you buy a lot from those stores, it's definitely worthwhile. But let me show you the patterns I got. So this one, and these are all kind of like classic patterns that I think I could make stuff for like a work wardrobe, which is very cool, and I'm very excited about that. So the first one is this a Butterick? So this is Butterick B6120, and this is a semi-fitted lined jacket with neckline variations, a 3/4 sleeve, and optional hook and eye closing. And I thought this would be a good like thing where I could just make jackets for work out of, you can make them out of really any, jacket weight fabric. But I think this would be pretty cool. And it looked pretty easy. Like the pieces don't look insane. So I feel like, and I'm trying to get better with, I need to learn more about making muslins because I don't know enough about it. That's why I bought those bodice sloper and bodice skirt classes off of Etsy, was to try to learn more. I just need to actually like watch the classes though, because I'm not making the most of it yet. So I'm really excited about this, and I have a few other, I made a similar jacket. I forgot, I want to say it was a simplicity pattern. It sort of looked like this, but it had a peplum bottom down here, and it was hard to line it. So I'm excited because this jacket is actually lined, and I'm really into making clothing with linings. I just think it makes them look so much more professional and less, oh, okay, oops. All right, I just dropped the camera here. I think they make the clothes definitely look, oh, there we go. We gotta pop this back in. Sorry, guys. Well, now you got to see my ceiling and stuff. Wow, that was, and in case you're wondering about my excellent production skills here, really what I'm doing is, this is on like literally a cardboard, this is on a cardboard box, I'm not gonna lie. So my production level here for these shows, I need to figure this out. I need to figure out a better long-term solution, obviously, because this clearly is not it. So if you're down with this, I'm still gonna be here every Sunday. But yeah, I need to figure out something better for this. So let me tell you about the other two patterns. And these other two patterns, these are both patterns that I saw first on emilyhallman.com, and I know I've linked her before. If you follow me on Instagram, she was this week's sewing crush. So every Friday I'm trying to find someone cool on Instagram, mostly accounts that maybe a lot of people haven't heard of that are doing cool things with sewing, and just share them. And Emily is such a talented seamstress, and she actually turned me onto these two patterns. This is a really cool looking collared blouse. You can either do a regular collar, a stand-up collar, or a pussy bow blouse. You know, a la Melania Trump at that debate, I guess. And I just thought the ones Emily, like everything Emily Hallman makes just looks so amazing. I'm like, I have to have that pattern. Even though I'm sure my makes might not look exactly like hers. But I'm pretty excited about this blouse. I talked to Emily about it, and she actually recommended that I make a muslin for it first because it's such a great pattern. She also told me that the Vogue patterns don't have as much ease in them, so the true size that it says on the pattern packet is probably closer to your actual size. Because whenever I've used simplicity patterns, they're always way too big on me, and I have to go down 1 or 2 sizes. But she told me Vogue patterns, and Vogue patterns are a little pricier. Maybe it's because they're a little more, I don't know, better patterns. I have no idea. I'm going to find out soon enough. I've never done a Vogue pattern before, but I'm excited. And this pattern is this really cool dress. This is V8825, and this is supposed to be made in a knit fabric, and this is the regram I did of Emily on Friday. This dress looks amazing on her, and she made it in this really fun like coral knit that I think she got from Mood Fabrics. She's got it on her blog. You have to check it out. And this pattern looks pretty easy, and I mean, it does say very easy Vogue. Although, do you guys feel like when you see a pattern that says very easy or super simple, do you feel like they're kind of like BSing you? Do you feel like that's not true, or do you feel like they really are easy? Now this one, okay, this just says easy. So this one says very easy, and this one says easy. So this one apparently is the simpler of the two. I might start with this one because Emily did say I should make a muslin for this pattern just so that I could make it again and again. She's made this shirt like 3 or 4 times, and all of them look incredible. So if my projects turn out even half as good as hers, I would be pretty happy with that. So those are the patterns that I picked up this week. And again, I know I've made a video previously called like sewing patterns I don't have time for, and that's true. But these patterns I just could not resist, and there was a sale. So there's that. So I don't know if you guys bought any sewing patterns this week. Let me know if you have. Let me know. I just want to know what you guys are doing and what kind of patterns you're hot on. So leave me a comment and let me know, what is your favorite sewing pattern right now? You know, absolutely, like maybe it's one you've made before, maybe it's one like this where you bought it and you haven't made, but what is the one sewing pattern right now where you are just super excited about? Let me know. And also, if you're watching, let me know what you've been doing this week. What have you been sewing? What kind of projects have you been working on, and what are you most psyched to share with everybody? So these are the patterns I picked up. And the other thing that I did this week, I've seen a lot of blogs and a lot of videos recently on hand embroidery. All right, Simplicity 422 dress I made loads. All right, I'm going to go look that up right now, Champagne Twist. Hopefully I don't knock over the camera again. That would be that'd be kind of bad. So, okay, so you say Simplicity 4222. All right, we're going to look that up. And, okay. Oh, here we go. So this is a Girls and Mrs. Fleece poncho. Oh wait, or maybe that's not right. All right, it says Simplicity, but it says it's a poncho. I might have the wrong. I don't know. Are there duplicate numbers? Okay. Fleece. This is a vintage pattern. Okay, I see Simplicity 4442 vintage pattern. Okay, is it a shirt dress, Champagne Twist? All right, I did see there's a vintage pattern that seems to be like a shirt dress or like a skirt and a top. So if that's the one, hopefully that's the right one. Sometimes when I look up these patterns, I feel like they may have multiple numbers of the same one. I don't know. But the other thing I'm really interested in this week has been hand embroidery. Oh, 2444. Okay. I was like, I don't think a fleece poncho is the right one. Okay, let's see. 2224. All right, I'm looking, or 2444. I'm looking that up right now. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Oh, that is the bomb dress. All right. So Champagne Twist says she's sewing Simplicity 2444. This looks really cool. It's a It's a simplicity pattern, and it's got a few different versions. You can make it with like a cap sleeve or a short sleeve, and the one version has like a really cool looking bow on it. So that's an awesome looking pattern. So simplicity 2444. That does look really awesome. And hopefully it was easy to get, because I've noticed like with commercial patterns, you still want to alter them a little bit just to fit you better. That does look pretty freaking cool. It's a Mrs. Dress pattern with collar and sleeve variations. Simplicity sewing pattern inspired by Project Runway Croquis kit, included with every Project Runway pattern, allows you to be your own designer. Wouldn't we all like to be a designer? I would, for sure. I'm definitely not. Amanda says, I'm going to start the Cali shirt by Closet Case Patterns this afternoon. All right, let's look that one up as well. I always love to know about new sewing patterns I haven't heard of. And again, these patterns I bought this week, they're not even new. They're just ones that I personally had not heard of before. So I'm always excited to learn about new things. All right, so Cali shirt. All right. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so Amanda's making the, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, the Cali shirt and shirt dress pattern by Closet Case Patterns. And it seems to be sort of like a kind of a loosely fitted shirt dress or a shirt, depending on what you want to do with it. That looks like a lot of fun, actually. And I will say last night, I've been trying to psych myself up before trying to make that pussy bow blouse. I tried playing around with the buttonhole feature on the Eversewn Sparrow 25 just to get myself comfortable doing buttonholes. I haven't really done a whole lot, and I did manage to sew on a button with the zigzag stitch. So I didn't work on any specific project really yesterday, but I did play around with buttonholes just to see. I want to get good at it because I'm always afraid of like making shirts and messing them up if I do the buttonholes really wrong. So we'll find out though. Doherty says I have that. Okay, so Doherty also has the Cali shirt pattern, but I'm not sure if it's quite big enough for me. Hopefully, yes, Doherty. That would be a shame if the pattern was not did not work for you. Zoe says she bought Butterick B6204 and B6455 for workwear. All right, let's look those up too. Those look like fun, and I love hearing about all these. This is pretty. B6204. All right, let's look up the first one. All right, Butterick. And you know, Doherty says, I want to know how to make the pattern larger. And that's something I'm interested in learning about more too, is just how to alter patterns, because that's something that's still, oh man. Zoe, these patterns look awesome. Okay, so Zoe bought Butterick pattern B6204. And this is a really cool looking Mrs. dress. And it's got sort of like a faux, it's not a full wrap, but it's got like a faux wrap front or a surplice front. And it's got sort of like a flowy, like it almost looks like a circle skirt. That looks pretty cool. Okay, so Sew to Fit, hello. So Sew to Fit is here, and she says she teaches pattern fitting on her channel. I'm gonna have to check that out and see if, see how to learn how to do these things, because I'm clearly not at all an expert. So that looks pretty cool. Okay, so Champagne Twist, she's offering some advice to Doherty. Hopefully we can all figure this out together. So to Fit, glad to meet you as well. Every Sunday I try to do a live show and just have a place where we can talk about stuff in real time. Like, you know, like if you see something funny that's sewing related on TV or in the news or something, that we can have a place where we can just react to it together. But I will say, Zoe, this B6204, that looks like a really great pattern. I'm actually kind of interested in that one. I want to know if it's lined or not. Okay, this is a fitted lined mock wrap bodice with waistband, carrier, skirt with shaped hemline, side pockets, bag zipper, and narrow hem. Wow, that looks pretty cool, and it's designed for lightweight woven fabrics. It looks like it's not lined, but it probably has some facing pieces or something like that. So that's pretty cool. And thank you, Sew to Fit. Sew to Fit says, did you share in our Facebook group? Sew to Fit, I don't know what your Facebook group is, but let me know and I will definitely join the Facebook group. So she does a live every Thursday night, in case you're wondering. Sew to Fit, thank you for being here. And Zoe, I'm going to look up your other pattern, B6455. Let's see, B6455. All right, so if it says I'm in your group, okay. Oh, is it the dressmaking? Okay, I don't know if it is it the dressmaking bloggers Facebook group? I'm in a few Facebook groups, like the dressmaking blogging ones is the one I'm active in a lot. Obviously, I post a lot to the Sewing Report Facebook group, a lot of stuff that I don't even talk about in videos. So if you are not following me on Facebook, I do like to share some more off-the-wall stuff there and just have a conversation. Sandra says hi from Portugal. Wow, welcome from Portugal. Oh, see, SodaFit Seamstresses of YouTube. I am in that group as well, although I'm not as active. I tend to more gravitate towards the dressmaking blogger one. Okay, so Doherty says, I think my simplicity is up to 18, and I'm sorry to say that I'm 20 or maybe 22. Doherty, don't be sorry about that. You know, we are who we are. And you know what? The best thing about sewing is that we can make clothes that hopefully fit us well. And that's what it's all about. So again, I don't know much about pattern alterations, but SodaFit seems to have the answer. So maybe she might be able to be helpful to show you how to alter your patterns to make them larger or smaller. So that's the great thing, is that we've got a bunch of very talented people in this bunch. So if you are in this Sewing Report squad here, is what I'm trying to call everybody, all of you guys and myself included. You know, we can help each other out in the comments or in the Facebook group. So feel free to like my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Sewing Report, and we can continue the conversation there. I do like to post anything I see sewing related on Facebook. I'll just automatically share it there. Sales I see, cool articles, all sorts of stuff. So that's a lot of fun. All right, we're going to check out Butterick B6455 that Zoe just bought. Oh, that is cute. Okay, so Zoe got this Mrs. Gathered raglan sleeve top, and that does look really cute. Looks really great for summer. Oh, and it's got one option where it's got a split sleeve and it's got a little tie. So that's actually really cute. So thank you for sharing that, Zoe. Those actually look really cool. And let me read the description. Is there a description? Okay, so this is I'm just on the website here. So it's a gathered, there's a few different options. You can do like an elbow length or a long sleeve. And it just looks like a really good pattern. Oh, and it's got some sleeve stuff going on. Joanne says she's making Simplicity 8363. Okay, let's check that out. Simplicity 8363. And I apologize I don't have photos up, because obviously I would show you on my phone, but I'm using that right now. And I'm looking at a computer. All right, are you making a Mrs. Fantasy Ranger costume? That is pretty, I want to say that is pretty hardcore there. Wow. If that's what you're making, all right, you gotta be pretty on a different level, Joanne. So Joanne is making Simplicity 8363 in black and purple for her friend's daughter. Okay, Zoe says she has seen the all right, sorry, I'm just reading everybody's comments. Zoe says she has checked out Andrea's channel, SodaFit. So definitely check out Andrea's channel. All right, wow, okay. And for Joanne, who's making that, like, really amazing costume, like, that looks like, are they trying to go for, like, a Game of Thrones type thing there? That is pretty intricate looking. And SodaFit says she's making Vogue 9253. Thanks for sharing all these recommendations. 9253. Okay, yeah, the 8363, that is kind of insane. All right, so if what Andrea told me is, if I'm on the right page, Andrea is making Vogue Patterns Mrs. Deep V Kimono style dresses with self-tie. That looks, and I think I saw blogger Rosie Pena making it, and she had a really awesome version of that. Okay, so SodaFit says it's a gorgeous dress, but I did a video on how to change the neck. Now, Andrea, are you doing it to make the neckline a little higher for us gals that might not have much in that department, hopefully? Is it something along those lines? Yeah, because that does look like a fun dress, but I personally would probably wear something under it if the neckline, because that sort of neckline is just a little outside my comfort zone. Yeah, exactly. It's a little, and actually it is a really great pattern, and I think a lot of people will appreciate that alteration. So if you are interested in learning how to alter Vogue 9253, the deep V kimono style dress with self-tie back, check out Andrea's channel, Sew to Fit, SEWTOFIT. Yeah, no toot on covering the girls. Yeah, and I would definitely check that out. That pattern does look a lot of fun. I like the shorter version. The longer version might be a little too long for me, but the shorter version looks like it would be something that I would probably wear again if I had a neckline that was a little more suited for me. Like, that's something that I could wear to work if the neckline was a little bit higher. So, okay, and Amanda says they've got a line called Cashmere patterns that are specifically made for larger sizes and very cute. I think I've seen those patterns somewhere. Let's see, Cashmere patterns. So lots of great suggestions from people coming from this community here. Okay, and this says it's modern patterns designed for curves in sizes 12 to 28 and cup sizes C to H. And earlier in this week, I think it was in the McCall's. Oh, and I've been kind of active more in that McCall's pattern Facebook group. There's some really great people in there, great information, great sharing, lots of people sharing their makes, and the moderator, the lady from McCall's, Meg, she seems pretty cool, and she posts like a question of the day, and they're always like really good, thought-provoking questions. So Doherty says she is also a fan of the Finnish company called Embroidery Design. They go up to a 52 and fit me lovely. That is fantastic, and that's the good thing about these pattern companies, especially the indie ones, is that there really is something for everybody out there. So you don't have to be a size 0 to wear cute clothes. And I think that's the message that I want to try to help spread. My body type certainly is not conventional at all. And that's something I think we need to be promoting, is obviously a healthy self-image for yourself. Of course, we all want to be healthy, and we all want to do the best we can to take care of ourselves. But at the same time, just learn to love who we are, regardless of what weight we are or what cup size you are. And earlier in the week, somebody posted some really interesting information about different bra cup sizes. And it was interesting just because, like, the volume of your cup size doesn't just matter on your cup size, it matters on your band size. So I thought that was interesting information, and people had all kinds of stories, and it was a lot of fun. That thread was a lot of fun. So if you're not in the McCall's Facebook group, I would definitely join. There's some really cool people in there. So DeFit says sewing is all about body positivity, and I would definitely agree with that. Again, it's, and that's the thing I like about sewing, is that you don't have to worry about finding stuff that fits you. You can make something that does actually fit you. The only challenge for me now is trying to figure out how to fit myself, and it's definitely a learning process for sure. So that's something we can all, I think, take away, is just to learn to like ourselves, but also, we want to make sure we look and feel our best. I'm not always the best at that. My diet can sometimes be kind of and my weight's definitely fluctuated quite a bit. I'm on the lower side now, but that's because I'm trying to be more cognizant about what I'm eating, just so that I'm not eating as much junk food. And proud to say I have not really eaten any fast food in at least 2 months, which is really good, and I haven't gone to any real restaurants. Soda Fit says, I enjoyed your review on the panties. You really took time to sew them and describe. Thank you very much. That was definitely an interesting sewing project, and it was not very difficult to make. I just noticed that my size was a little different than the recommended size. So sometimes that's just something you've got to be intuitive about your own body. Like, I know when I make a simplicity pattern, I have to go down a size or 2. But I'm curious to see, I have heard that with the Vogue patterns, they're a little more spot on to your actual body measurements. So I'm curious to see, like, how these turn out. I'm definitely going to try to make a muslin of this, and after that, I don't know how I'm going to solve these fit issues, so we will find out. But I'm pretty excited just to see how this comes out, because I think this blouse is just super cute. And also, like, it's got the classic shirt, it's got the pussy bow blouse, so really there's so much. And you can also make a sleeveless version. So if I can get this muslin to fit pretty well, I think I could. There's a lot of options, plus I need to get my buttonholes down better. So I'm going to practice doing some buttonholes. Okay, so SodaFit says there are some new patterns from Madeline for Simplicity. I think I've seen them because she's made some underwear and lingerie patterns, and I think I saw she had a bodysuit out and some sort of new strapless bra. And Champagne Twist says, the trap I used to fall into was to follow trends and wonder why I didn't feel comfortable in my clothes. Trends are aimed at a specific demographic, and if you don't fit it, the clothes won't work. And that is totally right. One trend that I cannot get on board with is the off-the-shoulder tops. I just don't feel comfortable in those sorts of shirts, and I tend to feel very restricted in them, so that's not a trend that I'm going to be doing. I also don't really do the strapless thing. I like clothing where I can wear a real bra with it and not have to worry about really doing that. Okay, so Joanne says the Crafty Pinup has a good way of doing full bust adjustments. Yes, definitely check out Abby the Crafty Pinup. She and I are friendly, and she does some really seems to know how to do fitting, and she also makes lingerie. And Champagne Twist says, I agree, sewing is about positivity. You get to choose your fabric, print, shape, size, form, color that suits you. And that's such a good point, because one of the reasons I'm interested in making my own bathing suit is because I love one-piece suits, but I've noticed they don't always have the features I need, like padding in the cups and the bra back, and then you have to find it in a cute fabric on top of it. So I think I'm going to try to make one sometime this year, even though I haven't gone swimming in probably 5 years. I'm going to give it a shot just to see if I can make. Now, the real question is, will I actually model this bathing suit? I don't know. We will have to see how it turns out. I can't really put it on my dress form because my dress form doesn't have those parts. So depending on how confident I feel about my body, that will determine if I actually model a swimsuit I make. I'm not really a bikini. Like, I've worn bikinis just because they tend to have more padding in them, but I don't really like bikinis. I really prefer one-piece swimsuits. But the thing with the one-piece swimsuits is the ones with the really low back, the straps fall off, and I don't like that. So that's why I'm really interested in doing one with the bra back, so that your straps aren't falling down and then you're not like flashing everybody. So we're gonna try that. SodaFit says, I'm doing a sew-along in July for bathing suits. Join if you can. SodaFit, is there a particular pattern you're going to be doing? You know, Zoe, good thing you asked, because that Craftsy class I bought, Beverly Johnson, she actually makes some, and I forgot what her actual website is. It's like Bra Maker Supply or something like that, but I was actually really interested in that pattern, and I think that's the pattern she uses in the Craftsy class, because it's got a princess seam. It looks like you can change how high up on your thigh the bathing suit goes, and she shows you how to do two options, the regular low back or the bra back. I'm definitely interested in the bra back. That's why I like racerback. Like, I'm actually wearing a racerback bra right now, and I love it because you don't have to worry about the straps falling down, and bra straps falling down is like the biggest problem I have. I think it's because my shoulders are so small, I think, for my body, I guess. So straps are always just coming down, and I always have to alter, I always end up having to alter the straps and stuff just because my shoulders are smaller than, I guess, the average person's. But that bathing suit actually looks pretty cool. And she actually shows you how to, and again, I haven't gotten through the class because I keep falling asleep during it. But the class shows you how to do either regular inset cups into a lining or an actual underwire bra. And that's something that you typically can't get in a one-piece bathing suit, is an underwire padded bra, which would be pretty awesome. So that's something that I am definitely interested in. I haven't really done a lot of bra making, but I'm definitely thinking about it. And that's one thing that's on my bucket list for this year, is trying to make a bra and a bathing suit. We will see. Our SodaFit says it is on her channel. She does a one-piece bathing suit. I will definitely be checking that out. And you also have the Craftsy class, so that's good. So am I the only one? So I'm glad to know that I'm not like the only one that watches Craftsy classes as they're trying to go to sleep. And then you end up dozing off, and then in the morning, like, the spot it ended on is not even remotely where you remember watching it. All right, so Zoe says, how do we join your sew-along? So Sew to Fit, let everyone know how you can join the sew-along. And I will tell everyone in this video, since after the live stream is over, people can't see the comments anymore. You can only see the comments that are left after the live stream is over. So we'll be doing that. Doherty says, I think the way to stay awake during a Craftsy class is to do some sewing while watching. I think that's a good tip. Maybe drinking some coffee, or like I am, some generic Diet Coke here. Oh, and if you miss James, my husband, and you want to see more of James, you know, after this is over, I'll put a link to his latest video. So James did a video. He just posted it today. It's on our, we have a channel sort of together called More Approved, although lately he's been mostly doing food videos. So James, if you would like to see more of what he's like in real life, he did a grocery shopping vlog. And it actually turned out kind of cool. So James is like the ninja of grocery shopping. I know this is a little off topic, but I think we can all appreciate a good deal at the store. And he is killer at getting deals at the grocery store. So he did a really. Could James make some men's? All right, Zoe. I asked James if he would be interested in that in lace shorts, and he said like basically hell no. So I don't think that's something I could, like, I don't even know how I could convince him to do that, because it's so far in the other direction of what he would be willing to do, I think. Yeah, he helps me out, but if there's something he does not want to do, there's really nothing I can do to change his mind on. Joanne says, my son Jake says hello. Hello, hello, Jake. And Jake, if you are a fellow male sewer, welcome. And, but yeah, if you want to see what James is more like, I will actually, you know what, actually, I'll link to the, so here's what I'm going to do. Okay, oh, and Zoe, the swimsuit class is in the description box. So if you go to the description box, and scroll down a little bit, I put a link to it, and it's called New Craftsy Class I picked up. And I've been trying to link everything I talk about, although, like, today, there's always stuff I end up talking about that, like, I didn't know I would be talking about. So, in the comments here, I'm actually going to link to James's video. If you want to see what he's like in person, he is quite, I will say, being married to him for 8 years, he's pretty damn entertaining. So I would say he's definitely interesting to be around. He's always, very engaged. He always, like, our conversations get kind of intense sometimes, but he is just very, oh, hey, I'm Gilbert. No worries. We're still here, and you can still watch the show afterwards. We're live from my bedroom, and you can see the bed is over here, and the door with no trim is over here. And it's a really long story as to why our bedroom door does not have trim. But the reason we were actually doing that was to see if we could actually put in a, we were actually thinking about putting an exterior door on the bedroom, just for home security purposes. We thought that would be kind of an interesting idea. So James took the trim off to see if he could do certain things, and he couldn't. So that's why there's no trim on the door. You know, it is what it is. And M. Gilbert, I actually was telling people earlier, the prom mug, I don't know where it is. I was trying to find it today to have it, and I could not find it. So in its place is this cheap IKEA glass that I got a few years ago. But I at least have some fun factor with the straw. And in my glass, this is just some generic Diet Coke. So in the comments here, I will link to, if you want to see more of James, I'll stick that. And this is James's, I'm going to be like James's grocery shopping haul, James's grocery shopping vlog. And I will say, I think his vlog style rivals that of big-time YouTuber Casey Neistat. I thought he did a pretty fun job with it. So he shared where he likes to shop, and where he likes to, and actually, I think I can actually alter, I actually, right now I can actually go in there and put the link as well. So I will definitely go ahead and do that. All right, so we will do, all right, so between men's fashion trends and sewing in the news in the description box, I'm going to put James's grocery shopping vlog on More Approved. So hopefully in a second, if you refresh this, you should be able to see his grocery shopping vlog. I will say, I think he did a pretty, I think he was very creative with his filming style, and I appreciated it. Zoe, James is not a fan of the romp hem or the lace shorts. I don't think he wants anything to do with those two things. So I don't think that's going to be in the cards for him. He did make his own jeans a while back, but the fabric he used like stretch denim from now defunct Hancock Fabrics, and it didn't work out that well. Like, it ended up kind of like getting real stretched out, and then the waistband ended up ripping. But I thought he did a pretty good job with the jeans. So he actually can sew, and yeah, but some of these men's fashion trends, he's just not. He just has zero interest in, and I don't even think I could get him to put on a romp hem, let alone sew one. Doherty says, my husband would not wear lace shorts or romp hem. We do sew his trousers, though. So, oh, no worries. Hello, this is, I think, Kate. So, sorry, I followed James. Return to listen to your sewing report. Well, thank you very much for joining us. No worries. If you want to go check out James, don't worry. My feelings are not hurt at all. I don't think I could seriously look again at James if I saw him at a romp hem. You know what? I'm not sure I could either. I think that site would be definitely interesting. But I don't think we have to worry about that because there is no way. I just know there's no way that's ever happening in our lifetime. Not over his dead, like not even if he was dead. So I don't think that's something we have to think about. Because I don't think he's ever gonna want to put on a romp hem or lace shorts. So yeah. But yeah, that's James. He's more into more classic men's style. His favorite clothing lines are definitely Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein is like his #1 favorite men's fashion designers. And I think it's because their clothing is a little more fitted, and he really likes fitted shirts, and they do those very well. He likes styles. That's his thing, he really likes Calvin Klein style, which I think is cool. So, yeah, the lace shorts for him, I don't see that happening for James, but maybe someday. M. Gilbert says, absolutely, I'm with you. And, okay, but yeah, so Kate, if you want to check out James, I have linked his grocery shop. I know this has nothing to do with sewing, so if you're here for the sewing, I apologize. But I did think his grocery shopping vlog was definitely it was definitely informative, but he shot and edited it in a creative way. He tried to use this iPod to shoot it, actually. He had some headaches with that, but I think the vlog turned out quite well, and it definitely showed off his personality and kind of more who he really is. And so we've got that in there. You can also check out the articles I linked to Sewing in the News, just some articles I found this week. The weird men's fashion trends, with the latest being those very strange looking lace shorts for men. And the last thing I wanted to talk about before I sign off. Okay, so Kate says, I'm here for the sewing, but I appreciate bloggers who post videos are for fun. I'm here for the sewing. Well, I am so glad, because there's one other thing that I'm going to be trying out on Sewing Report, and I will definitely share this with you. I'm finally going to try a little hand sewing in the form of embroidery. So I've seen a few folks in this, and again, I always like seeing on Instagram the people that do funny embroidered sayings. Like, I don't know, I just find that hilarious because it'll have some curse words or something, but it's done in like cursive script and it's got flowers around it. You know, but it'll say like, go F yourself, or like, you know, I don't know, something weird and off the wall. I just find that hilarious. So I'm actually going to try some hand embroidery out for the first time. I did a little embroidery on a donut pot holder video I made, but that was only like to make sprinkles. So I ordered some embroidery supplies off of Amazon, which I've also linked in case you're interested in checking these out. And I'm going to give it a trip. We're going to be going on a road trip next week. So one of these upcoming weeks might be taped. I'm not sure which one, but we have a family obligation in another state. So we'll be doing some traveling. And we're going to be in the car a lot. And James does not like me driving. So I guess one benefit to car trips with him is that I don't have to drive at all. I wouldn't say my driving is going to win any awards. I've never been in any super serious accidents, but again, I don't think my driving is that stellar. But while I'm in the car, I'm gonna try to do some hand embroidery. So I ordered, like, and some of these supplies were really cheap. I ordered some plastic embroidery hoops that were kind of colorful. I thought those looked fun. And I ordered 100 skeins, or I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, skeins or skeins of embroidery floss, and it was only like $10. And then I also got a needle threader and some gold embroidery needles. And I'm going to try to do some hand embroidery in the car and vlog. I'm going to try to vlog in the car while I'm doing it. So I was inspired by James's grocery shopping vlog, and I'm going to try to do something where I'm going to show you how my hand embroidery is going while I'm in the car. All right, we've got another comment from Doherty. She says, I have started following Tomo _ atelier on Instagram, and I'm starting to do something like that. Part of my sewing education was embroidery, so I do have to take that up again, and I think that's fantastic. And I'm curious because I've heard handwork. Now I'm gonna have to get like a thimble just so my hands don't get like carpal tunnel syndrome or anything. So I'm gonna bring my thimble. My fingers tend to get sore if I'm doing like handwork. I have bound my own quilts by hand before and done some light handwork, but not really embroidery. So I'm going to make a video. One of the future videos is going to be embroidery in the car. If that's something that sounds cool to you, don't worry, because that is definitely happening. So I'm going to bring stuff in the car. I'm going to bring the camera in the car and vlog my hand embroidery adventures as we drive. And it may be also sort of mixed into a travel vlog. Maybe we'll stop at some like exciting gas stations or truck stops that I want to share with you too. You can see how much gas costs in America if you're in the UK. So I think that could be kind of a fun, because one thing I want to do with these videos is I love making videos and I love doing this. I want to change things up and create different sorts of videos. Like, that's something I'm really passionate about and I love doing it. Like, one thing I love doing is just coming up with video ideas. Like, I've got at least 10 in my head that I want to do that I just need to execute, but some of them are very heavy in the production work, and some of them would require a lot of planning and thought ahead and resources. And at this point, I only have so much time to do this. So some of these ideas are more like for the future. All right, Amanda says, check out Urban Threads. I use them for machine embroidery patterns, but they have a lot of fun modern hand embroidery patterns too. And Amanda, I will say this, I'm going to try to create my own patterns. So I was looking at some patterns. I think I'm going to try to kind of free form it, kind of wing it. And I have some really cool kind of air-soluble and water-soluble markers. So I think I might try to do some like funny phrases and try to embroider those in the car, and maybe do a monogram if I'm feeling, because one thing I am interested in doing is hand embroidery monograms that I can make into like zippered pouches or bags or something like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. I'm not as much into the flowers, although I think they're cool, and I did watch a few tutorials on how to do some embroidery. But that's going to be a future Sewing Report video for sure, is hand embroidery in the car. That's happening. You're going to get to see more of me in the car, so that could be a good and positive or negative, depending on how you look at it. James, you'll probably hear him. He doesn't like to be on camera a lot, especially if he's not wearing his makeup. And if he doesn't feel like he's looking his personal best, he typically is a little more camera shy. But I will definitely try to vlog a little bit in the car, share my adventures on how the hand embroidery is going, and we're going to make that into a video. I had the idea like last night, and I was like, so then that's when I ordered all the supplies. I was like, that would actually be kind of cool. So, anyways, thank you guys for joining me this week. I'm going to sign off because we have one more video to shoot today, so I got to keep working. But thank you again, everybody, and if you're watching the replay, don't worry. You know, everything that was in the comments, I tried to read most of the comments, especially when people recommend patterns, and I tried to do this every Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and if I'm not here, I'm going to try to leave a taped version. But join me every week, and I also put out new videos every Thursdays that are of varying topics and different formats. So anyways, thank you guys all so much for joining me. And I will definitely stay in touch. And if Sunday's not enough for you, definitely you can connect with me on Facebook. I'm very active in on my Facebook page, so I like to post a lot there. And on Instagram, I'm at Sewing Report everywhere. So I will see you guys next week, and I hope you all have a great one. And I hope you all get to work on some of your sewing projects. I will see you next time.